I told you guys I wouldn't be that long. Look, I'm already back. So the first half of Moonshaped Pool really buttered my biscuit, and I'm really getting psyched for the second half. That's why I'm doing this really quickly. Much sooner than you probably expected. Oh wait, I forgot a drink. Balls. I need everything in its right place if I want to do this right. Glass eyes. Starting pretty beautiful. Almost reminds me of when you move your finger around the rim of a glass. Ooh, beautiful strings. Something that I'm not used to from Radiohead is these lyrics so far sound really personal and a lot less abstract than typical lyrics from them. But I like it. It's kind of like a story. What a beautiful song. All these songs are just flowing so nicely into each other. There's such a dark theme throughout this whole album that really made it maybe one of the most cohesive of all of the Radiohead albums I've reacted to. And I guess I'm just really a sucker for this somber tone that they're going for. Sometimes with Radiohead slower stuff, they can lose me in just how dreary it can sound. But the beauty in this album is just, I think it's on another level from some of their earlier stuff in terms of the slow work. So I definitely understand why this is some people's favorites, and it's still vying for mine. And that song definitely pushed it more towards that direction because I loved Glass Eyes. It was beautiful. Next is Identikit, which everyone said I should love. So far, I love the instrumental, but I'm not really sure how I feel about his voice. Yeah, his vocals are really strange here. Keep in mind, guys, when I say I don't like something, or it sounds strange, or different, or not really my thing, this is my first listen, and Radiohead's kind of complex, so maybe I'll like it more the next times I hear it. I don't know. I am loving the instrumental, though. Yeah, this vocal section's cooler. It's an interesting idea to have the vocals be used as some sort of texture for the song, but it's strange. You really play a lot with a reverb. It's a cool bass line. Ooh. Hear the reverb on the vocals there? Earlier lines in this were super dry and now they're all wet. Soaked in reverb as it's matching the super legato synth. Ooh, I like that guitar work. That sounds so random. Yeah, that delay made that sound so hectic, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one. I definitely wouldn't put that one in my top few of the album so far, but it definitely switched up the sound of the song. That might be one of the most active songs on the album. Yes, there is a cat on my lap. He's listening to Radiohead with me. It's funny, right as I said that the whole album had this really, really cohesive sound, that was the one that kind of varied from that consistency. But it did so in a way that I found really pleasing. So I'm totally cool with it. The numbers I've heard is kind of divisive, to say the least. Guessing I'm gonna fall on the not loving it side. We'll have to see. Again, the piano. They've used it in such a twinkling, like sweepy way, where it just goes up and down the keys. Such a pretty way. This almost gives me a loungy jazz feel though. Whoa. This is beautiful. Did not expect the acoustic guitar to pop in there. Just like pop. You were thinking loungy jazz and you're getting acoustic guitar. There's so many counter melodies going on here. It's really cool. That's why he's singing little snippets, because there's so many other things that need to shine through. You notice how like he sings a part and then there's a break and then there's a lick during the break. So he's like trading the spotlight. It's really cool. And now the bass is coming in. This is cool. The heck? So much piano. Should I say so much beautiful piano in this album. I know I keep repeating myself, but the same comment stands. So the real question is, do they cut this back or do they build it up? As much as I love this, I feel like it's repeated a little bit too much. There we go. There's the change. And it's opened up. This bass is really smooth. How could anyone dislike this? Whoever disliked this song in the comments, got my eye on you. Those half steps. Okay. Way to keep it interesting, because the background's still the same, but the strings make this sound totally different. Ooh, they're replying to each other. Where we going? Where you taking it, Tommy? That was such a nice resolution there. That gave me some throwbacks to like classical music and how there's times in classical music where the piece can go minutes without resolving. That just felt like such a long, drawn out build up, and then it just had the most peaceful, beautiful ending that you could possibly have because of how patient it was to resolve. Loved it. The numbers. I'm gonna save that one. Now we're on to present tense. Hey, kitty. What do you think of the album so far? Agreed. You couldn't hear him, just trust me. It sounded almost poppy at the very beginning until the third chord hit in. I have a feeling I'd love this album so much more than The King of Limbs. I think this is the Radiohead I love. There's almost an international beat to it. Wow. I'm saving this one too. I love the way the multiple acoustic guitars are just like harmonizing with each other so beautifully. They always make the perfect percussive choices as well. This side might almost be shaping up to be just as strong as the first half, which is impressive. Though I don't think any song has met Daydreaming yet. Sorry guys, I'm not talking that much. I'm just getting really lost in this song. This is such a good song to just get lost in. We are lost. Well, I am. I know a lot of the times I'm trying to be analytical when I'm doing these reactions, but sometimes like the best thing to do is just to sit back and listen. That's what I'm doing. You hear how simple some of these percussive elements are, but just added together they sound so good. So I was looking at this title, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief. I'm actually most excited for True Love Waits because their closers are always phenomenal, except for one song that I don't like that we won't talk about. Yeah, not a fan of this one so far. As I've said before, I really do appreciate their experimentation, but it doesn't always land for me. The sliding strings are pretty cool though. There's always redeemable qualities though, and all the ones that I don't love. This section's really awesome. The dissonance is coming back for a second there. It's like almost arpeggios. Yeah, this is really cool now, what the heck? Whoa. This is why I never skip songs. Well, that song definitely redeemed itself towards the end there. It's just like it's like the full stop of the second half where I wasn't into it at the beginning, but it won me over by the end. Now we have the final song, True Love Waits, which everyone has said I better love or they're gonna kill me. So I'll hate it just for you guys. Ooh, nice transition. It's a weird rhythm. Just trying to make sure it was in 4/4. Ooh, pretty chord. Yeah, I like it already. I'm saving it. I'm gonna try to get sucked into this one too. His voice sounded kind of metallic there. That was really interesting. This random second piano. The rasp. I'm surprised he just sounds the same after so many years. Or like mostly the same. That was thick bass. That second piano is really weird. Now it's becoming more prominent. Before it was mono and it was really stuck right into the background, and now it's really picking up. I'm surprised I love this so much considering just how simple it is. It really does repeat the whole time. It is a beautiful song. Wow. What a beautiful ending to a beautiful album. So something that happens to me when I listen to a lot of Radiohead sometimes is I'll get a little bit dragged down just because of how dark and sad and lonely some of their music is. And I heard that this was the saddest Radiohead album musically. There's like some guy that analyzed all the songs using some program, and it turned out that this was actually the saddest. But I didn't find myself being brought down by this album because of how beautiful it was. Um, like that last song is a perfect example. It was such a somber song, but it was just so pretty at the same time that I could have listened to that song for another 20 minutes possibly, and I still would have been totally into it and loving every second of it. So if I had to like talk about my rating of the albums right now that I've listened to so far, I think it would be In Rainbows and a Moon-Shaped Pool at the top, followed by OK Computer and Hail to the Thief, and then followed by Kid A, which would be my least favorite. I'm sure you guys were interested in that. At some point, maybe when I finish doing all of the albums, then I can like do a video on ranking them and my own opinions on them, but I'd have to listen a lot more before I do that because there's so much to pull back here. But wow, a Moon-Shaped Pool. The sleeper hit, the sleeper success story. Wow. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a good journey. I'm glad you were here to watch with me, to listen along to some Radiohead. And I'll catch you on the flip side. See you later. Bye.